Hello everybody and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. My name is Robin and I will be reading for Cancer this evening. So Cancer, this is a pretty special read. What I'm going to be doing, and this is going to be like a series, but I'm starting with your season. I'm going to be doing the Chariot, and I'll be doing a spread revolving around the Chariot. Okay, so we're going to see like what your strengths are and what are the past influences, where are you headed, and maybe even a combination of those energies, okay, and how they're all coming together. And we'll also see like what is your, like the crest card. It's going to be like what your reputation is, what you're showing everybody. I'm going to light this again. I'm lighting some Palo Santo to cleanse the space and the cards. Okay, but yeah, no, I'm going to be doing the Chariot reading for the next 12 signs, and I always start off with Cancer and start off with the water signs. So this is a new series, and then I'll be doing that next season with the Strength card for Leo and so on. So I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay. Now, if the reading resonates, I have the Chariot pulled here as a significator. Okay. If the reading resonates, fabulous, claim it 100%. If it does not, then go on ahead and check your other zodiacal placements. Okay. But like I said, this is the first reading for this new series. So you won't have any of your other zodiacal placements with this particular subject just yet, but they will be coming. I try to upload a video every day. Okay. So with this reading, you want to think about the Chariot and how you're embodying your life. Like, where are you headed? What are you, if you're planning any forward movement, like if there are any goals that you're working on, even if you're going to be moving, or if you're starting a new relationship, or even if you're ending something, it's just like, what direction are you headed in? Okay. Okay. This is for Cancer. Oops. Oh, and remember to do all the YouTube-y things, please. It really helps the channel grow. And even if your message doesn't resonate, still do those things if you don't mind, because if it circulates the channel and the message, then somebody else can find that message, okay? So I want to invite Spirit in with so much grace and gratitude, and request a message for Cancer, for their direction in life and for their greatest and highest good at this time. This is for Cancer. So this is a new read, so I'm looking at my notes. All right, good stuff. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress, which is beautiful energy, nurturing, loving, mothering, very creative, very abundant. She attracts and manifests. She doesn't chase. This, to me, the Empress, is being in a state of flow. Okay? Being in a state of flow, where things can be pretty effortless. Not that you're not putting any effort into the things that you do. You definitely are. But it's just a really good energy to have kind of set the tone and tenor for your current situation. Okay, so Cancer. So your guiding light, okay? Wait, no, your staff, right? So you have the Chariot here, how you're going to be embodying the next phase, and your staff, what is your strength, what is supporting you, is the Hierophant. Now, this would speak to having a very strong sense of spirituality in what you're doing, incorporating that into where you are headed, right? You're getting in alignment with your moral compass, essentially, or staying in alignment with that. You could even be, examining those beliefs, your personal doctrine, and seeing what has always worked for you in times of it, just in life in general. It's like your guiding principles. It could also stand for a commitment, okay? That could be something that's really strong and supporting for you right now. Another aspect of it is that you could be consulting with somebody. There could be another person who you see as like a mentor, a counselor, a guide of some kind, and really kind of taking their guidance, seriously, okay? Now, what is protecting you? And this stands for the outer part of the Chariot, so the carriage as it is, and that's the Queen of Cups. So what's protecting you is your sense of love, and this is you, Cancer. It really is. Like the Chariot is your power card, and the Queen of Cups is very much tied to you. Court cards in their respective suit can go with any of the zodiac signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But what is protecting you is your sense of compassion, love, and care for yourself, for other people, and also your sense of empathy. The other aspect of that for you is emotional boundaries, right? So the Queen of Cups, and I say this all the time, she's the only queen in the deck that has, or the only cup in the deck, I should say, that has a lid on the cup. So what this says is that she's really wise about what she shares and also what she takes in, and is very, she's very strong and able to discern, like, okay, that energy, that belongs to this person and I can wish them well, but I don't need to absorb that. I don't need to take that in. Inversely, she could be very clear on what it is she shares about herself in an emotional sense, being able to see strongly what is emotionally safe about her environment and about anybody that she's dealing with. Okay? So that is very protective as well. So there's an element of trust, but also an element of discernment, but with, intuition, kindness, compassion, and care, and love. All right. So the rear wheel here, this is the World, and the other rear wheel is the Five of Wands. So these positions right here speak to past influences that are propelling you forward. Okay. So something has closed off, and it would appear that that's actually a good thing, because what has closed off is a cycle of something that became imbued with some drama or some indecision or just some conflict. Okay, the Five of Wands speaks of conflict within the self, could be conflict with one's own identity, but also conflict in an intimate group of people. This could be work colleagues, friends, family, folks that come in and they have a lot of opinions about what the next step should be, right? And not only do they have a lot of opinions about it, but a lot of those opinions and ideas and advice are conflicting to some degree, right? So, that's really good that you have the Queen of Cups protecting you because, like I had just said, you're able to call on those emotional boundaries and really filter out, what is helpful and what isn't when it comes to other people trying to give you their 2 cents. And with that, it's like you're closing out a cycle of that. You're kind of like, okay, like I don't need any more drama within or without or around me. So those are the past influences that are helping you move forward, which is very, very positive, especially with the world. It's like, yeah, you have that old cycle is closing out, and that's at your back, which is beautiful. Okay. You're staying in alignment with yourself and also with your spirituality. So I'm feeling like a very strong connection with spirit and a very strong connection with yourself and your identity and your intuition and like your inner knowing. Like it just feels like you're really coming into alignment with this. All right. Or you're like kind of already in alignment and you're listening to this and getting confirmation that that's where you're at. So these are beautiful energies, Cancer. Okay. So let's see here. So the next one, the crest, this card stands for the crest, which is your reputation, what you're showing, like what do people see when you are like coming up, like what covers you, what's kind of like your shield, but not so much in a way of protection, but like kind of like your own personal billboard. Like what do people see when they engage with you? And they see the 10 of Cups. and this really does speak to that whole being in the flow with the Empress energy and how the Empress kind of gives a tone and tenor right now of the overall energy that you're like moving through. I mean, I don't think I could have picked any better cards. Like these cards came out for you for a reason. And so you are moving forward in your life with just like love and rainbows kind of just like coming out, and as when you're in alignment with the energy of love instead of fear, which I don't really see any fear here. I mean, there could be some fear with the Five of Wands, conflict, fear arises out of conflict and conflict arises out of fear, but it's like you are like, I need to stay in alignment with my intuition and my heart space and my spirituality, right? And so when you move through the world and people engage with you, they feel that. They feel that love, they feel that compassion and that warmth. And that's a beautiful thing. That's really a beautiful thing. So, to have the 10 of Cups be just kind of like your reputation and the thing that precedes you, right? That's beautiful. Okay, so for these two, these stand for the Sphinxes right here. And these are basically where you're going. What is the future outcome? And perhaps, as we know in the Chariot, the Sphinxes, it's like the dark and the light, they can be pulling us in different directions sometimes. So it's like the way in which we embody ourselves is the way in which we are able to tame the Sphinxes, and to really, drive the chariot with these animals that are pulling it, right? Okay, so what we have the Knight of Wands, libidinal energy, beautiful, and then we have Justice. So you have truth and fairness, and a lot of logic, but also, just a sense of like, this is what's right. This is what's right for me. This is what's right for my family. This is what's right for my partner. Or this is what's right for all of the things in my life, and really taking an established or a balanced approach to the whole endeavor of just moving forward and continuing to live live in alignment with yourself. You're doing that in a very honest way. And that really speaks to the integrity that you hold here for yourself and for others. Okay. And that's a major arcana. So that also brings in, just like, it's a very strong surrounding energy. So that is also that's a very good thing to have in mind and to have as a strength and as an energy when you are moving forward and balancing out the truth and the justice and the fairness with your libidinal energy. Excuse me. I've had this dry cough for a couple of days. So the Knight of Wands, it's like, it is, passion, drive. It's like you're moving forward and you're like, okay, like I'm really excited about the next thing, and I feel like what you're doing in the driving of your chariot, you have this libidinal energy and this focus to go after this new passion, but you're also tempering that with this truth and fairness, with things wanting to be balanced, okay? So that's really important. I think those work together really, really well. A way in which I could see where they might conflict just a touch, like if they don't come together in such a balanced way, perhaps your passions might end up affecting somebody else in a way that they might feel like they were treated unfairly. Who knows? The other thing that you have to keep in mind is when you're thinking about balance and fairness and truth and all the things that come around with justice, excuse me, you want to also, because sometimes Cancers, you guys can think of other people and put other people first a lot of the time. And so you not only want to be fair with other people, absolutely, but you also want to be fair to yourself. You want to be fair to yourself. So don't put out your fire here. Don't put out your fire in any way. You want to be able to drive this chariot forward in a very smooth fashion. But a way in which that the justice could kind of pull you off into one direction is or even pull you off course from your passion, is if you put way too much consideration for other people's feelings and experiences above your own. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, well, just don't care about anybody else. That's not what I'm saying. It's don't abandon yourself. You can care about other people, but yet don't abandon yourself in your passions and your new libidinal energy here. And it may not even be new libidinal energy, but just to have that drive and that focus. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that don't let anybody pull you off your path, okay? You have the reins here of this chariot, and you have so many beautiful energies, very, very well balanced throughout this reading, that as long as you stay in alignment with your heart space, your spirit space, your creativity, and your love, your sense of self and sense of community, and really just kind of trying to leave any kind of drama or conflict behind you. But, also holding that drama and conflict, maybe holding that in mind with a lot of compassion and grace for those people and understanding, and for yourself, depending on where this took place. It could have been both, right? But holding compassion for that, being like, yeah, that conflict was there for a reason. People were struggling because of XYZ. And those things that folks struggle with belong to them to figure out, and that's okay. Stuff like that. So like you can send it off with grace, and consideration that everyone's on a different path. Everyone's on their own path, and they run into, bumps in the road along the way, okay? So moving forward towards your new goals, towards your new passion with so much love and care is just gorgeous. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And so then the outcome for you is the 9 of Cups. Fun, loving, like gregarious energy, just kind of wish fulfillment type stuff. You're feeling good. You're feeling good, and you could be single, and that's great too. It doesn't really matter. This says to me that's like you're happy in your own skin, and you're going to be trying out things here and there. Like, oh, this thing used to really make me happy, like going out and dancing, and so then let's say you go out and dance and you like had a good time, but then like your body hurt the next day. Okay, maybe I can't go out dancing for as long as I used to. Stuff like that, but I still love dancing. Or let me throw, like I have so much I want to share. Like there's so much cool stuff going on right now. And I'm feeling really optimistic about the future. So how about I invite some friends over and share, the stuff that I've been working on, or just share some cool stories with them, or just connect with other people in a very fun, light-hearted, gregarious way, and which I feel like this really resonates a lot with the Empress energy as well, because the Empress is very decadent, it's very decadent. So I really, really, really love this reading. I love this reading for you. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So let's see. I'm going to clarify maybe one or two. Let's see what your Knight of Wands energy is all about. What's this new fun libidinal focus? Because you may or may not even have gotten there yet. Maybe you're still in this kind of phase of like dealing with some of this drama, but needing to know and hear that you are connected with your heart and your spirit. Your heart and your inner compass. This is a beautiful reading. This is a really, really, really nice reading. I almost don't even want to pull anything else. Okay. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. And the other thing I wanted to say about the Ten of Cups is like how you precede yourself. You could really be like, because this is also family oriented, like you and your family and your partner, if you have a partner, could really be, getting along. So there could have been maybe some conflict about how to balance out family and partner time and energy that you give to them and pursue this new thing. Okay?
Oh, geez. I knew I shouldn't have pulled anything. Okay. Well, no, that makes sense. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck energy, 9 of Cups again. Okay. So that just says double confirmation about where you're headed is your trajectory is right on target, because this was the outcome, and then this is the, overall energy for some of this clarification. So, for the Knight of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So despite all this beautiful energy, you can still have worries, okay? Because this Knight of Wands is connected to a brand new passion, okay? A brand new thing that you're going to be incorporating into your identity, right? It's the first step. This is a very, strong opportunity. It's like strike while the iron's hot, basically fast moving opportunity, but it's like, it's like you're going to seize it. You're going to seize this opportunity, okay? And you could be having some worries, some anxiety around how you're going to have a conversation about this. You could also be having some worries and anxiety about whether or not you know enough in order to move forward in this arena. Because with the Page of Swords, I'm so sorry, and I'm going to have to finish up and end this reading because I can't. Okay. So this says to me that some of the worries that you have are worrying about whether or not you have what it takes to seize this new opportunity. But you have so much good energy here that, yes, you absolutely do. You absolutely do, okay? We can worry about all kinds of things. But with you are going forward with such balanced energy to support you here, you really can't go wrong. But with the Queen of Cups as what's protecting you, okay? You can have a lot of love and compassion and understanding for yourself and those worried thoughts. You're like, okay, I'm having those worries. Makes perfect sense. This is a brand new thing. And I do have what it takes, but I don't know everything. But that's okay. Because you got to start somewhere, right? So this is beautiful. And just know that where you're headed, that you are fully in alignment. You're in the flow. You have love on your side, inside and outside, for yourself and for others. And you're connected with your heart and with spirit. Okay? So I'm just going to pull one oracle card for you. That's what I have for the tarot. I'm just going to pull one oracle card for you. Dear love, gosh, you're just like swimming in love. You are absolutely drenched in it.
It's amazing. It's beautiful. Dear love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. What did I just say? You have what it takes, Cancer. You absolutely have what it takes. Don't let any kind of imposter syndrome thoughts or, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. No. You can make space for those thoughts to really just look at them and say, thank you for showing up, and you're here for a reason. And I can feel that way sometimes and still move forward because I do have what it takes. Yes. You heal with the, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Keep acknowledging your self-worth and grace in your forward movement on this, in your season that's coming up here just in a couple days. And with your new endeavor, okay? Okay, Cancer, that's beautiful. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I'm really sorry about the coughing, and I will see you next time. Okay,